We're in the third, fourth place match right now. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, in the blue color, playing as Isis. His name is Kimo.
Welcome to Bronzodia, or not. On the other side, Grass is playing as Odin.
And as I quickly flip-a-rooney my scoreboard, we are walking in onto the map, Elysium. As these two players have both been knocked down to some degree, but not out just yet. They've got one more chance to prove themselves. Grass on the Odin here. What do you think about this? What are you seeing? We do see a back food situation. We're talking about this pre-game where this is one reason to pick Odin here. You can save that Great Hunt, drop the Great Hunt down in the Classic Ledge on that back food, wall it up, and you're completely safe, and then you can get whatever you want happening.
Yeah, and over time you can get several of them. It does recharge pretty quickly, to be honest, at 30 seconds. So once you do that, if you have the favor for another one, you could just go for it. Never ever have to move the villagers. I think that's a move. But Isis, yeah, I think it's a little spooky. You know, Odin just doesn't have all the tools against cavalry like the other gods do. Nor against fast myth units, so definitely very raidable with Sphinxes or Anubites. And forcing out Herdmen is never ideal either, so Kimo raids, once again, can put on the hurt, whereas Odin wants to go into raiding cap himself. Kimo's counter that. And then later in the game, what do you do about elephants with tusks of a Pedomac and Valley of the Kings? It's nasty stuff.
One thing though you've got to be a little bit worried about here as the Isis, you talk about listening being very difficult to secure gold mine situation. And that thing that is difficult is your walking woods, your castles, your Jotuns, all the big boys, big clubs, big things.
That is true.
So you've got to be worried about that.
One thing that can defend it very nicely though is Ancestor's Eclipse. So the trees would melt to that, that's for sure. Jotuns, yes, they can hold that, but if you do have enough priests as Isis prepared, then you should be more or less fine. So it just depends on the age ups and whether it's gonna be Anubis or not. Because if it's Bast, I think you've got a good case for defending yourself.
Totally. You might have to do a rejoin on Discord. Not sure exactly what's going on there,
being a bot? Okay.
We're seeing Bast, yep, we're seeing Freya.
I'm here.
It's all looking up in this game, but we are seeing the Berserk getting a little bit angsty right now, pushing that priest back home.
It will force that, and all this is really scout information denial. There's not going to be as many obelisks around the map, so getting at least a little bit of work done with the Berserk, not bad for Grass. Is the voice okay now?
Already starting to, I think so, I can't, yes. It's good for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let us know, chat, if there's anything wrong. We can quickly rejoin.
Alright, well. Valkyrie out onto the map right now, going to be moving across here. All the vision sort of cleaned up. Most of the obelisks are all down. Do you see the Kimo was grabbing that Gungnir Odin spear? Wants to get a little bit more boost onto those spearmen potentially. Whether or not he's going to build a huge amount of them or not remains to be seen. But he's only got the one monument. And he's dropping a village center. This is the second time we've seen him go for this move.
Okay, Boomer. I guess we're doing it again. He's also got the Bow of Artemis, which is going to make his ranged boys cheaper. It's going to be nice for chariots down the line. I'm assuming he's interested. And with a village center, yeah, guess we're staying at home.
Meanwhile, Grass is just out into the middle of the map. We do see a Sphinx coming forward, but a Herser is sitting, waiting, watching. More Herser over on this top side. They're going to be completely fine as well. as the Sphinx can come back and actually get a lot of damage done onto that. The Valkyrie's back, getting a lot of damage onto that Sphinx that decides not to chase it. But Grass, he spotted the town centers. He knows there's nothing there, but, you know, he doesn't know that Kimo's on 2 town centers, or at least 1.75 town centers with that village center there.
Should eventually find out once he gets in with the Vac and the Raiders. A little bit of walling action from Grass so far. No interest in a second TC, but if he had known about this a little sooner... Wait, he still doesn't know? Oh my god.
Yeah, he still has no idea.
Dude.
And this can really change the way that you think the game is going. Because right now, Grass is seeing no real military. See no second town center. He's got to be expecting a fast heroic here, right?
That's what I'd be thinking, because nobody goes village centers. And I'm sure Kimo's cackling somewhere about this.
Yeah, he didn't even like necessarily. It's kind of protected, but in terms of like where he's placed it. But I'm surprised this hasn't been spotted just yet. I mean, sooner or later, Grass is going to have to figure it out. But is it going to be too little, too late as the game continues along? Obelisks get taken down, Priest gets cleaned up, but some spearmen are starting to come through. There's always going to be a gold mine problem here for Kimo. If you go village center, 550 gold there, not close to a second gold mine, you can just all in that second gold mine and it can be enough.
Good news for Grass. Seeing as there was no aggression whatsoever, he's just picking up the front TC. This will give him some pumpkins. He's close to the gold mines as well. Yeah, this is definitely the move, I think, with...
Fort Town Center on Elysium is generally the one you want to take if you've got any sort of advantage cooking, because it secures you so much more of the map than a back town center. But Kimo's already gotten himself a fairly decent villager lead here, and one of the big advantages of a village center is that you can place it really close to resources. It's close to the wood line, it's kind of close to the home gold mine, it was close to the chickens. He can jump onto the pigs in his main base as well, but he will be needing to move out of his base. Looks like he's going for the berries and the deers in the center of the map, but there's really not that much military here for Kimo at the moment as he's going through Nephthys.
Well, if he can get up a Migdol by the front gold mine, that would be super ideal, but I'm not sure if Grass will allow it. There's just plenty of stuff for him overall. He's walling up the walling up the map very nicely, excuse me. And that will serve as a nice retreat path away from Ancestor's Eclipse.
Yeah, these walls are really, really important, but the one thing that I guess Kimo's getting away with here is he's out on this food and he's behind in military population by 30. Grass needs to get going here. He needs to make something happen. There's the heroic age. It might be too little too late. Migdol stronghold on the way. Units sitting back here, dropping a market here for Grass. Grass wants to go to the heroic age. Can he get there fast enough to frost the ancestors? I don't think so.
Yeah, it would be 1 minute even if you could click right now, but you can't. And I guess he's gonna bonk the Migdol a little bit, weaken it as much as he possibly can, even Forest Fire trying to help out, but honestly, Kimo's army is big enough by itself to handle this.
Well, we will be seeing that Scorpion Man almost going down. If the Scorpion Man can get away and like kind of find itself away from those Herser, it can go for an Ancestor Eclipse on the economy as well. Skadi is going to be coming through. And there's that Ancestors. He's dropping onto the left side of the map. Villagers, though, immediately retreating back to the town center. It looks like he won't be losing any of them for the moment. Grass also going to pull villagers off of that gold mine, going right to the corner of the map.
Sphinx goes down to the middle of
his base.
Plenty others following
Scorpion
too.
Man.
Ooh, that too. Nice. That's very nice news for Grass. As meanwhile, he's caught up in the villager numbers, boy. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, being up on the village numbers and this Ancestor Cliffs really not doing that much. Hurts are able to chase the minions down as well. They do find some villages at the top of the map, so we will get a couple of kills up here. Nope, no, he misses them. He's letting them run. Okay.
Oh boy. A few seconds left of this, and grasses, of course, you're gonna use teleport with the tower, keeping these villagers alive. But here's a chariot.
The map power of the chariot archers. Yeah, they're in, and the Scorpion Man's still alive, so we're getting some big damage done. This is a great little choke point. Imagine forest fire here, Nakamura.
I'm imagining it's so hard, but it's just in the past already. It's happened.
Yep. Now,
it'll take a long time to get back there.
Kimo. And Kimo still has got prosperity. Third Migdol for Kimo, and he's still got prosperity. He can go Mythic Age, basically, here, if he wants to.
I think that's the idea, but just doesn't have enough people on gold. What's up with that? Oh, they're building the mining camp. It's about to be all of them, so prosperity should be coming in. And yeah, directly to the Mythic Age. Everyone here is walled in, so Grass is about to have a really good fight.
Yeah, he's probably going to be able to pick off most of these units, but this is not the Frost that I like to use against Egyptian. You want to use Frost to catch out like Son of Osiris. Otherwise, Son of Osiris ends up being a really, really challenging unit to deal with.
Or you could shut down the Prosperity and get the army, and then meanwhile destroy the Migdols. That's also a decent pick. But yeah, at this point I think either it's going to be Son of Osiris, or we're going to be looking at Valley of the King sprinting. But with so many Migdols, I'm not sure you super need that. By the way, there's no monument to prevent a Frost from being used, so Kimo was open to that kind of thing. Now no longer a worry, of course, with 200 favor for the recast cost.
Yeah, it's expensive, but you know, like you see, Grass is already at 97 favor. If he just keeps fighting, he will be able to use that over and over and over and over and over again.
True.
But he has to take good fights. He does now have himself that heavy cavalry. But yep, Thoth on the way. So no Osiris, but you know, that doesn't matter when you've got so much pushing power here. You've got Scorpion's in the main base causing some problems, as a Herster is getting called in to help deal with that one.
See that little longhouse? That was cute, but the camels are going the other way. Grass is really good, by the way, at trapping people with unfinished buildings. I'm sure we'll see it at some point.
Get out of there. Leave me alone.
Well, camel and chariot.
Levy, ballistics, everything's coming through. So this is where Norse really does struggle, I think, against like these Egyptian chariot archers. It's once all the upgrades come in and they're in that big ball, and they're about to get produced so quickly from Valley of the Kings. Though Kimo, he probably doesn't even need Valley of the Kings at the moment, and he doesn't have the favor for it. He's already got 3 Migdols plus Levy. They're just going to be spawning out really, really quickly here.
Yeah, man, I think he's mostly doing it for the cost efficiency at this point to get the Todd business going. And the Meteor can maybe nuke this front base. The buildings are pretty concentrated, right? So several houses at the same time will be taken out. Now, if they had been spread out completely so that one Meteor gets one house, then maybe the TC survives, actually. But not like this. Okay, anytime now.
Where's the premium meteor spot? Is it on the front? Is it in the main base? Is it on a gold mine? Is it on an army?
I like the front
Grass
because
is kind
of
of
the
spreading out. Well, it's going to be the front here. He sees the houses. He's going to be very quickly taking out one of them. But will the town center fall as well is the big question. Another house going down. Another house going down. Town center. Oh. One more meteor comes in, and it does end up erasing that entire location there.
Wow. It's all gone.
It's all gone. We worked so hard to build it, but we have tier coming in. We have a revenge god power incoming. The problem is these units are coming very, very fast. We see Valley of the Kings now on the way.
Yes, the pump has gotten rather real. All the economic upgrades are also being worked on for the Mythic Age, so stuff like flood control and quarry. This is gonna be a very rich Kimo indeed. And then, I don't know if he got Book of Thoth already. I think not, right?
Not
But that's gonna also add.
but that Valley of the Kings is in. So units are coming in a big way.
These free TCs, not fortified yet. But I'm sure that's coming soon as well, once he has the gold. Chariot's doing
Good
work
micro.
here, sir.
Yeah, there's just so many of them. But Grass, he's still got some army. He's 67 pop. He's not that far behind on this. And it's looking like Kimo might need to pull back for the time being here. But he's got 2 Migdols to fall back on. Plus those Camel Riders can start getting upgrades fairly soon. As the Thimble Winter is down, though, this could be the help which Grass needs.
Oh, all the villagers are already garrisoned. There's a bunch of priests being made, but quickly getting picked off by the wolves. At least it shuts down the economy for a few seconds. Gotta say, Kimo is doing a good job distracting the wolves with like individual units. A camel, a priest here and there, and the vills can pretty much go back to work in a few moments already. There's barely any threats out there anymore.
And
with Grass
coming up on the right side of the map, but Grass has got a long way to pull himself back in this game. He's making a whole bunch of Fenris Wolf Broods. This could be the unit he needs to find. Not if he's going to send them in one by one. It's not.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything in that form. And these chariots have been just insanely cost efficient. They're picking off even the Huskarl. They just can't get the numbers going, and Grass just doesn't have the army that he needs. It's been a problem for a while now, and Kimo is really just putting this point home. But now with the wolves here, he has to respect it.
They're just forcing him back. Yeah. We are seeing raids happening on the left side of the map, though, with those camel riders, but now Kimo really needs to get some priests out to deal with this, because Fenris Wolf Broods, I think they're more than an answer to the chariots. They're a hard counter to them, because they move so quickly, 6.6 speed. But they do die relatively fast against any of those priests with only having 550 HP.
Good thing that they're costing food here, because Grass certainly doesn't have too much gold income. Problem is he doesn't have anybody on food.
Yep. Berserk's getting pulled off here. The priest now getting that good damage done from behind here. Population differential is pretty big to kick the fight off, but the military differential is kind of close. He's got so many Valkyries in this fight as well. He needs to pick off those priests because they are doing some serious damage to those wolves. More wolves coming in here to help boost up. Good micro from Grass, but he does end up losing one of them as Grass is trying his hardest to break through here, but it's looking like Kimo is holding strong.
Yeah, Kimo just isn't losing chariots. This is not good news for Grass. He really needs to reset that number, and the only thing he managed to reset is his own wolf count. It's not gonna fly, and Kimo takes game 1.
Yeah, really solid first game there for Kimo. And he really tricked, I think, Grass quite a bit here with that village center. I don't even know if he knew that the village center was there at the end of this game. Like, he clearly didn't scout inside the base, and I think just he got what he wanted against Grass in this game. Because, you know, his economy is just bigger than I think what Kimo was what Grass was expecting. You see that graph is just, it's caught up, it's in front. He's in front on economy by 12 minutes. He's not supposed to be in front on economy. He's Egyptian. He's against Odin. That's not allowed to happen.
Yeah, Odin should really be in the lead. There's only prosperity really to help catch up. Kimo did a lot more than catch up here. 142 kills as well to 108. That's also not how it's supposed to go.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, in the left-hand corner of the map, in the blue color, playing as Frere. His name is Kimo.
The opposition on the other side, currently down, but certainly not out. Playing as Zeus, this is Grass.
And Nakamura, the map is Midgard. We do see some very, very nice fish on the bottom of the map here. The map is kind of random to some degree where these fishing spots spawn, but that just means you got to scout. And Kimo, I think he's never played this map before in his entire life, the way that he placed that first dock. I'll tell you a little secret. I'll tell you a little secret. The first 3 fish, and everybody remember this, on Midgard spawn diagonally from your hometown center. So if we're looking at Kimo's base, go from that diagonal spot on the west, and you go straight to the water, and there is fish there. Meanwhile, over on the opposite side, Grass, you go east to the water, and there's fish straight there. There you go. There's the secrets of Midgard. Unlocked. Never ever miss your first dock ever again.
That's right. But if you did know other pieces of information about the map, you could have a better dock placement if you go a little bit further out. Might be worth the trade-off, but certainly not worth the gamble. Not in a tournament match like this. Go for the consistent triple fish, and then just make a second dock as you make new fishing ships.
Yeah, man, we're nothing if not a ball of fun with this information. Like, trivia night comes around and it goes, all right, where does the first 3 fish spawn on Midgard? You guys are going to know. We're helping everyone out. All right. Seems like the fish boom is on the way here, Nakamura, as...
Oh no.
Dear.
Oh no,
Oh,
Kimo's not having a great time with his ox cart in the wood line. It would help if it was in the wood line, actually. It wasn't, but he's working on fixing it, but it's still not great. He's not had luck with the hunt either, having to pull in a second boar before using up the first one. This is not great, Boyd.
It's not great at all, but, you know, we've said it before. Kimo's not known for his sort of early game build orders at all. He's somehow manages to win games, even with everything going wrong for him in the early stages of the game. So don't count him out.
Never.
He's used to it.
He is chaos itself.
That's right.
Well, we've got the temple coming up for Grass. We'll see what he goes for, but I'm gonna say it's 99% of the time gonna be Athena. Just really synergizes with these water maps. You got your hoplites, your speedy hoplite boys running around, and it's just so useful to bring them together for the big fight. Get that nice restoration going and run down the enemy.
I'm gonna keep saying it. I reckon you can go Hermes here. It's
What's
like
your
against
idea?
Norse, and like if you put 2 villages on the temple, you can get a whole bunch of centaurs, centaur hoplite. You have ceasefire for stuff. Centaur can run around, get pressure. You get access to potentially also, if you're going against the Egyptians, you don't go hoplite, you go Hippias, and you get superior to charge and Thracian horses, and then all of a sudden your bronze isn't just sort of semi-fast sort of thing. You get 6.6 speed of bronze cavalry just running all over the place. Nonetheless, again, I'm anti-meta slave on this in this channel, as you guys know. So Athena's coming through, and Kimo is going to take the long route as he goes through Ula.
Blanket of the Emperor is always going to be the first relic, so even less of a chance now for early ramps. Never was a thing to begin with, certainly not now. What other relics do we have? Because we're going to be making fishing ships for a long time here. Head of Orpheus for building line of sight, as well as Archimedes' Ledger for cheaper siege. Ooh, maybe that rams. Just kidding. System of Past, cheaper villagers.
I mean, there really isn't any at the moment, what I'm noticing is if you go for like a 5-minute advance time, or if you know that's the meta, that's the standard, there's not really anything bad about just going for a 5:30, because that's no different from someone going for a 3:30 advance time and you going for a 4-minute advance time and just defending. So this like slow route that Kimo's taken, not the worst thing in the world.
No, it's working out great. I mean, there's not going to be any naval fighting. The rush distance for sailing is just a little bit too long, and it's really not worth it to spend the economy on ships to force a few garrisons. Just go heroic. Just go heroic. He's getting like tower upgrade though because the Minotaur is pressured. At least Grass is forcing that out.
It's just so cheap. 100 resources. Someone says, hey, your base can be protected to some degree for 100 resources. You say, you know what? I'll take that. I'll take that. No worries.
It's a deal.
And this ox cart is still kind of just what is happening. I don't know what's happening with this ox cart for Kimo. He's not having any luck with it. It's very simple to use an ox cart on a forest. You just right click on one of the snowy pine trees that's chopped down, and it'll continue to follow that. Otherwise, it might go haywire, I guess. I don't know. I don't think this is something that's happening automatically here for Kimo. Not at all.
Well, you know how he plays, boys. You've seen his stream.
Yep.
Clicks a lot. And if you click a lot, sometimes you misclick.
True. We do see a lot of thrown axemen in. A lot of Herser. Meanwhile, on the other side, it's 4 military academies for Grass. And it's going to be a lot of hoplites coming through here very shortly, Nakamura.
Are you suggesting there's other units in the video game? I think it's all hoplite. It always has been.
You know, I secretly hope that it's not going to be all hoplites. You know, maybe a Hydra or two, Minotaur. You know, there's Medusa. You know, anything like that would be nice as well. Whoop. That's Guardian Hill Fort, though.
Might even come up in time. Before the hoplites get there. There's not going to be too many of them. Plenty of throwing axemen also exist. It should be possible to hold for the most part. Ooh,
that bolt onto the Draugr. As Grass is going to start going full send for the moment here. The Herser trying to take out those myth units. A couple of thrown axemen are in. They should be a good help to take all this out, but you have to deal with that Hydra. That's the problem, as it looks like the pig is coming. Wilbur, as Yo Dessler affectionately named him. Wilbur's in. Can he keep the Hell Fort up, though, is the big question. It looks like he's going to get back onto it to build it. No, never mind. Yeah, there he goes. And he's safe for the time being, but this means no more Ghoul and Bursty, and basically this means Grass can go full send into the main base. But Aegir is on the way here now.
Yo, don't fight it. Yes, Aegir will be here. The next attack is also easily held with the other god power. Gonna be a nice little hailstorm. Not something you want to engage directly.
Yeah, and now heavy infantry in though for Grass, as Kimo now just hitting the heroic age. Making some berserks, he's making some thrown axemen, but we are going to start seeing those Apaspis, a couple of Peltast as well to try and deal with the thrown axemen easily. And Grass just comes back and he says, all right, we're back. Cool. Let's take a fight. And we see the Tempest forced out here.
Ooh. That Hydra getting frozen though. Picked off by the Hersier and throwing axes. So I get quite a bunch of kills actually.
Yeah, he cleans up the vast majority of that there. At the top here, Villager gets taken down. Hoplight's just hanging out on that top spot. And it looks here that Kimo, he's survived for the time being. There's still a bronze to push through and cause some problems here. He's got a good strong army of thrown axemen. He's got a good front line of that rock giant, and he's going to be getting himself another Kraken out to try and hold this water here. This is a 3-headed Skylar, but that's
Oh
not
my
going to be
God.
enough to survive against the Kraken, though.
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of health. Oh no. Well, Grass has plenty of Hippospis, so Hoplite is not in fact the only unit in the video game. There's also a bunch of Peltasts. Those will be rather good answers to the Throwing Axeman. With Bronze, with Restoration, I still really like Grass's chances. Just unfortunate for him that no Myth unit will get Bronze now. That would have been useful.
Yeah, but he's coming around yet again to try and take out this position. The Huskala are in, but you have to micro those, and he does do that nicely. There's the Bronze, however. More units coming up here for Kimo to attempt to hold on this position. Kimo going to be doing his best to hold, but the Restoration comes through. The Asgardian Hillfort gets taken out here. Now Kimo has to start going into his shoot and scoot micro, doing a good job of it, but the Hoplites coming around onto the back position. Hippospis starting to get that damage down. Peltas getting huge damage done as well. Kimo has fallen to 65 population, as it's looking like Grass is getting whatever he wants in this game right now.
The pop is rapidly dropping even from there. All the dwarves are going to be executed on the spot. No prisoners will be taken, and Grass equalizes the series right there. Wow.
Yeah, sort of textbook from Grass in a way, but I think Kimo, he kind of wasted that Tempest. You can't be using that Tempest when there's no Bronze there. Otherwise, even if you have to basically kill off the entirety of the army. And the thing about Tempest is, it doesn't really stick the units there. They can always retreat away. And then Bronze comes back in with like a full population army or somewhat close to, and it's just a tough thing to deal with.
They were so close in the military, but Bronze just completely turns everything around. I mean, 2 god powers, really. Restoration played a large role as well, and Grass just really got to run away with this. He also outgathered Kimo a little bit, so that adds some fuel to the fire as well. 42 to 20, 22 kills as well.
And we are back right now with game number 3. Spawning in the right-hand side of the map in the blue color, playing as Set. His name is Kimo.
We also have a Grass and Groom on the other side. He is being Hades in this one.
Yes, indeed. And we're already getting very, very far into this one as the players very raring to go. Already got the temple up for Grass. He's already going in for that, what looks to be somewhat of an early Vaults of Erebus play. Relics on the map in the center of the map here. We've got ourselves Tusk of the Iron Paw. Cavalry. Got a bit of a boost there. Into this position, we've also got that Chariot of Sibel.
Wow.
2 gold lions there. Love that relic. So good for the early stages of the game. Fetters of Fenrir. Actually not a terrible relic either. I think people undervalue that for like defensive stuff. You get a lot more. Your butter knives get a little bit more sharp. They turn into more like steak knives. You know what I mean?
Demeter's Throne, on the other hand, a lot less interesting, especially for Egyptians. But you do get to build your buildings faster. It's something.
That's true. Also got that Archimedes Ledger here. Population usage -1. And finally, Blanket of Empress Zoe.
And the last one, Blanket of Empress Zoe, giving a little bit of crush vulnerability reduction to buildings. Useful for that late game where Egypt goes catapults, Greek goes Helipolis. Maybe Petrobulas actually is quite valid as well. Kimo, I think, is gearing up for the 2TC, man. This is 11 villagers from gold. There's no other use of that, really. He's also not chopping trees, so no Veggie cheese, but rather just 2TC.
Yeah, I'm a fan of this. I think this is actually just the correct way to play this matchup for Set. I mean, you could go for some sort of shifting sands idea onto your enemy town center and try and shank down the villages and then take it for yourself. But you're not going to be able to deal with those Ajax, the Achilles that's out. And it, in a way, so long as you have some sort of threat, your opponents have to be... how do I say it? They have to respect it. And that threat is anything onto your second town center. So they have to build Achilles, which means their town center is going to come later. And if you just rush yours up straight away, no problems. He's actually moving to the front town center here.
Yeah, man, all
This
these
might
free
this
units.
is not what I recommend. This is not what I recommend. You can definitely have a lot of troubles there. Nonetheless, Minotaur comes in, getting a couple of shots off onto this priest here.
Can he get away with that though? All these animals here to path block and 2 priests now shooting. But with Ajax coming around as well, that's gonna distract him. Right, so about the forward TC, there is a gold mine relatively nearby, so it will be at least quick to transition to it. But yes, like you said, this is punishable. And especially with the Task of the Iron Boar relic, we can get some cav out. Support that with a bunch of Toxotes.
Naka.
So,
I just want to point out. Select Grass's town center for a hot second here.
I don't need to select it. I can see he's not making villagers. Oh my god.
Oh,
He fixed
that's
it.
huge. He's now behind 4 villages because of that. That was a minute of idle time in that town center.
So when I clicked his
gonna be
town
kicking
center,
himself.
did I fix it for him?
I think so.
That's how it works. Time travel. Nice.
Well, Achilles gets caught out in the center of the map here as that one's going to get pushed back.
It's bad enough that his TC is later, man, but he's already down 6 villagers. Jesus Christ. Sorry, 4 villagers, 4.
Once he gets the rally, he gets out of there. I mean, Dementor's story might not seem like the biggest of deals, but 16 houses minus half, that's some resources there.
Yeah,
It's
plus
not
all the
nothing.
drop-offs, it adds up over time.
Yeah, true.
Now, TC's finally done. We're gonna have a lot of lumberjacks here, which kind of lends
and-
itself to going archers, but I'm not sure that's what we'll see.
But Kimo's already going 3 TC. He says, I don't care about this 2 town center meta. I want 3. Give me more. I want more. Always more.
Give him everything.
And I guess behind all of this is just converting animals and sending them back to eat. And he's going to have huge amounts of food income, huge amounts of gold income.
Does he even make units? I mean, he's got a single barracks. If he wants to respond to something, he can. But there's nothing to respond to, as Grass is just pretty chill himself, making villagers only. Kimo's getting an armory going, and, if the income will allow for it, he could just go heroic pretty quickly. He's got Hunt in every base. Well, not the home base, that's already gone, but he's got plenty of Hunters, really.
Yeah, and we're just going to see a little bit of a boom off. Grass happily going into Kimo's sort of style. Like he's not producing anything at the moment. He's just building military buildings out. I see a market coming up in the main base there for Grass. We might be looking to go to the next age fairly soon. We take a look at what Grass is actually seeing. He's missing that back town center is up, so he doesn't know that Kimo's on 3 town centers. And I think Kimo's going to be hitting the heroic age pretty quick as well behind all of this.
Yeah, man, but lacking that information is probably the toughest part of all this, right? That he just doesn't know how much ahead Kimo already is. And catching up with this, well, I just don't know how. I don't know how. He doesn't have an army, he can't put any pressure on. Sure, Toxotes are going to be brutal, but it's not like Kimo can't make archers. I'm surprised he's still making those free spearmen. I almost want to say he should cancel them. There's no reason to.
Spearmen are a unit you build to kill off cavalry.
Yes. That's what it says on the card.
There's no cavalry here. There's no cavalry here.
Yep. It's a strange choice, but he's making them anyway. Anyway, what else he likes is Sekhmet. Oh, on the front TC. Daring today, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, why not? I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
Gets tickled by Toxotes. Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, the segment is going to be pretty important here as we see Apollo coming through, though, for grass. It's a bit of a different move. We haven't seen that a whole lot. We're going to be seeing a whole bunch of villagers on favor. So it looks like grass is going to be wanting to go into those Manticore, which can be a very, very strong unit.
All pierce damage. He can't punish this triple TC with that. Unless he gets on top of a gold mine and naps all the villagers, which is possible. This is a loaded gold mine there with 17 vills and then hunters nearby. What? If Grass figures this out, if he has maybe Pegasus, yes. Okay, there's hope, Boyd, there's hope. He can turn this around, maybe.
Well, yeah, he'll see something, that's for sure. But he's going to give... Kimo's got all the time in the world to set up. He's already got 700 wood in the bank to start spamming these chariot archers. One Migdol goes down, he can put 2, 3... He can put 4 Migdols down in this instant if he so chooses.
Got the Citadel in the main, just keeping things safe. He is doing the Migdol thing. He's listening to you, Boyd.
Yep.
Or you can see the future.
If you got the eco... If you got the eco, why not? Just spam those chariot archers. Because this is the thing that makes Kimo so good. Is if he can get this ball out, he's just got the control. You can't, it's very tough to out control Kimo and beat him when he's got those Bombo chariot archers. He's so good with them. But we are actually seeing with that fortress up for grass. He's got a couple of units here. He's just sitting in his main base. He might be looking for an underworld somewhere. Metropolis is coming through, so maybe going to look to put a little bit of pressure into the heroic age. But I think Kimo, he is very quickly going to have a full population army. Like, we know how fast one Migdol with Valley of the Kings produces out those chariot archers, but this is 3 Migdols, which is like an extra Migdol. So it goes very quick.
Yeah, Bombo, Ballistics, these are going to be pretty good chariots as well, not just your everyday type. Not sure if Brass has what it takes to take that down, but there are a bunch of Peltas at least. It's not all bad. The Petrobolas probably won't make it out of there. Well, not at high health anyway. $89 vills to 60. Wow, Kimo has run away with this game. He's queuing up taut. My guy.
On the way. Still has to wait on that Bombo to come through for him to actually be able to engage those Peltas, because right now the Peltas have got 1 extra range than the Chariot Archers, so they're not going to be able to get too much damage off.
Yeah, especially these Hades ones are annoying like that, but hey, it doesn't look like there's any melee units protecting the Petrobolas, so the Camels just get on top and they both have to be pulled away. That's unfortunate. Oh, uses rest though, wow. Okay. That's
Restoration to sort of run forward? I mean, keeps his Petropolis alive, but that's going to get him repaired back up.
That's it.
He's try and hold his...
With the Pharaoh, with 10 vills, it's doing okay so far. But wait, here come the Manticores! And they don't shoot the vills. Okay. I'm sad. I'm so sad right now.
You could have killed him, but I mean, just sit here and keep sieging. You waste their opponent spending all their gold. It's fine.
Fair.
Little mercenary cavalry coming through as well here for Kimo.
Ooh, that might actually take down the Petrobolas. They are pretty strong with their attacks.
And now, Peltas making that move forward, a little bit of shoot and scoot micro forward there. Does get a couple of kills as Kimo wasn't paying attention.
So, Boyd, what do you think is going to get meteored here? Is it the army? Doesn't have that much stuff in it, right?
I think it's the best thing to use it on at this moment, because then you can switch into just making pure elephants and just charge through because there's no units left.
I guess it would still hit the fortress too. So
Yeah.
force these guys around and you can get both.
Now, fortified town centers coming through, plus Valley of the Kings. There's the meteor coming through. He shoots, he misses. The army retreats away.
Chiron has a nice set of flips, very impressive, but ultimately the entire army gets away. And does even the fortress get destroyed? I think this was one of the worst meteors I've ever seen. Wow.
Nakamura, of all of the meteors I've ever seen, this was definitely one of them.
Good news though. We've got Valley of the Kings. Let's forget about that meteor as soon as we can.
Meteor did something at release. It doesn't need to do anything anymore, because you just remember that Valley of the Kings is always there, and we will be seeing those elephants coming in here for Kimo. And this is the thing. This is where the Egyptian army becomes nigh unstoppable. Bone bow chariots plus Thoth elephants with a huge economy behind it, and Valley of the Kings to help out. It's going to be tough to stop this push moving in now from Kimo.
Elephant go burr. That's the story from here.
Oh.
Unless, of course,
Grass with the
chariots are
grass
gonna
with
be
the
made.
garrison micro. Oh, he's got a. I haven't seen this. He's got himself that burning pitch technology. And that's
Nice.
actually going to be able to clean up the fortress very, very quickly. These things get 4x versus buildings, and while they do, the buildings still have 90% pierce armor. I mean, 12.5 times 4. It's quite a lot.
It is actually working. That fortress is going to be deleted, and they outrange it too. So
Yeah.
if the fortress shoots back, it's really Kimo's fault.
But Kimo at the moment, he's not training any units. He's at 270 max pop, but he's missing a huge amount of stuff. Going to be moving villages up to start a trade route, as I mean, he's played this sort of a position many a times before. He's going to be dropping that earthquake onto the center here to finish off the town center. It's not going to be able to get repaired at all here as the Manticore push forward, and they might be able to take out these chariot archers in the middle of the map. Kimo's not paying attention. He drops so many chariot archers in an instant there.
I love the crunchy sounds they make when they go down. So does grass right now. There's a Chimera here as well. So the next fight will probably be just as ugly for Kimo, if not worse.
Yep. Lots of units now starting to come through for Kimo. He's got so many elephants here, and elephants, they counter archers. They've got huge pierce armor, and they do huge amounts of damage, and those archers will fall to them.
Yes, they will. They are also so good at tanking all these myth units. Even the Chimera, you know, it doesn't do that much damage to them, and it doesn't have that much health itself. So turns out the elephants can kind of just shove them aside. That's a lot of elephants now.
The one thing remaining here in this game, but there is a big counter to it, is Underworld. They're shifting sands in the back pocket here for Kimo as well. But Underworld is here, so you could see Grass using this for somewhat of an advantage. And there he goes. The Underworld
Nice.
getting dropped. He's going up to the top side of the map. Kimo's guaranteed. He doesn't have to go for it. He's got so many elephants. They can push through and just erase this position here.
That definitely needs to be respected right now. Grass trying his absolute best to hold. The Sentinels are helping. The Manticores are being kept alive. Phoenix not targeting them down might be a small mistake, but it's okay because the elephants can do this all day. Boyd.
Yeah, these archers here, they do have that venom coming through on their ranged attack now, so the elephants will be taking some serious damage. I want to see the champion elephants queued up for Kimo, but he hasn't grabbed it just yet.
That would be great. Actually, he needs a little bit more food, so he's only just now gotten irrigation, even though we've been in the Mythic Age for a while now. That economy should be fixed soon, TM. Meanwhile, well, the elephant frontline has died, but there's a new one in here to take its place. Kimo's retaking the TC. He's down the fortress. Pushing through should be no huge issue.
Yeah, only 41 military units left. I mean, the You have to ignore this this graph here of 4.7k population for Kimo. That's not
wait,
true,
it's
but
not
he does
real?
have 7.4k military value, which is insane.
Yes, it's still 8k resources in army. That's impressive, but it's certainly not 4.7k population. Anyway, Kimo's on 4 TCs, guys. This is nuts. 270 pop. He can start pumping out citadels if he wants to go any further than that. 300 population is possible, but we probably won't see it as Grass is pushed back all the way to his home base now.
Yeah, it's Toxotes trying to take out elephants. There's just no attempt here from Grass to build kind of anything that beats these elephants. Or to be honest, the chariots, there's no cavalry. He needs Prodromus, or he needs Hoplite. He needs something else, and he just can't make it in this game. He's desperately trying to hold on, but I'm not sure what he can do at this point.
Yeah, you would need a little bit of everything here really to make this work. You need some hoplites to be in front of the Toxotes, but you also need to flank with Peltas onto the chariots and draw their fire with some Prodromos. Then adding in Chimera is nice, especially if you can get several of them.
Kimo retreating back. Oh, his army. Oh, shifting sands. Where's he going? He's going right onto the villagers on this spot. He says, "I've had enough of this location. Let me get elsewhere." Elephants can start taking out the town center. As champion elephants about to come through as well.
He just took out 10 plus vills.
The villager numbers have completely plummeted. Town center is not going to be able to stay up here. And Grass's population, Grass's chances of staying alive in this game are going very, very quickly down as the Chimera gets taken out. The Chariot Arch is still taking out those Peltast. And Kimo finds the win here decisively in game 3.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a tough one for Grass to just take on the chin, you know. It definitely is not a nice way to go out of this game. And then he's got match point coming up. That's a lot of pressure, sir. That's a lot of pressure. I would not want to be Grass right now. But hey, even if the worst happens and he goes down in this next one, he still goes home with a lot of money. So not bad for a young one like Grass. Not bad at all.
Not bad at all. Well, he's definitely not going to want to lose here. On the bright side, he's disposed of the set of Kimo.
Yes.
So he doesn't have to deal with that anymore. So we'll see what he's going to pick in this next game. Let's jump out and see what he's got left in this draft. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, in the right-hand corner of the map, in the blue color, playing as Uranus. His name is Kimo.
Wearing red trunks and skirts, we've got our Kronos player. This is Grass.
Map is Mount Olympus. We are the Titans from underneath. We're invading Zeus's homeworld for game number 4. The fourth place match here. Zeus's temple is standing here waiting to be ravaged.
Bet he didn't see this coming.
Well, maybe he did. Like, he did kind of send his father and all of those dudes to get out, not make way for the Titans, make way for the Zeus and the Olympian gods. Nonetheless, Naga, enough silly business here. This is serious gaming. Relics are on the map, and I see a big one here, the Khopesh of Horus. Back in the west corner of the map. Very, very nice. Moving downwards, we see a cheeky little oracle here from Kimo, checking it out. It's Anvil of Hephaestus, another really nice relic, reducing that armory cost. Ooh, indeed.
It's 50% in retold, like it was some garbage 10% in the original game. Well, now it's 50%. You want that relic.
Yeah, you really do. Pandora's box minus 20%. That hang on, wait. I think I scooted over that a little bit more. Pandora's box minus 20% favor cost. We were talking about favor cost being will favor generation being somewhat of an issue here or an advantage. This would take that advantage away if the Kronos player gets it, or make it even more crazy if Kimo gets it with his Uranus.
5 temples, boy.
Why stop at 5? Why not go 6? Just keep going. The more temples, the better. And we've also got fetters of Fenrir here. Just a little bit of a sharpening of the butter knives. Rhea's crown, the top corner of the map, going to be getting that town center being just that little bit cheaper.
And more favor.
And more favor.
We need more
you always
favor.
gloss over that. It's not a crazy amount, but you know, if you have 3 town centers, it's 0.03. So kind of, it's something. And then finally Tower of Cestus. All right, we've got through the relics. We're seeing the Prometheus. We've got an Oracle hero converting and just waiting on this anvil for Phaistos to pick up.
Bullreg.
Don't leave it there.
Misses,
No.
Kimo. Yep.
Go back. No.
I'm gonna just follow him. I'm just gonna follow him. Oh, now he notices.
Okay. It wasn't on purpose.
Crisis averted.
Whew. Okay.
Well,
I'm happy.
we have got Grass here. He's already got himself a 4th Oracle. He's going up to a 5th Oracle here as well as he's advancing.
You sure that's enough?
I mean, it's a start. You've always got to start somewhere. Counter barracks coming down, and I guess we're going to see a little bit of a Terma war to kick the game off. Terma plus Promethean make a lot of sense. Another counter barracks coming down, so it's going to be a lot of Terma in. Meanwhile, Kimo, Theft of Fire straight away. And no... Is he going for a town center? No.
Don't you dare.
This guy's crazy.
Dude, your temple's gonna get deconstructed, your relic's gonna be stolen, and your town center will be prevented. That's how bad that is.
Well, find out soon. Double villages here. You have to remember that this Theft of Fire does make citizens build faster.
It certainly does. And he's putting a third one. It might work.
It looks like it's going to get up here.
If grass isn't here.
I mean, even if he gets it up, here's the thing, Naka. As an Atlantean player, I genuinely do not care if you take a second town center because I've got my second town center in the shape of a temple. I can just make oracles. I've got 10 oracles I can make, which are they're probably equal to more than a villager in some ways because they're gathering that favor for me. So just let me get all those oracles out. You take the town center, no worries, and then I'll come and kill you.
Yep. Pretty much. That's exactly it. And because we're Prometheus, those Prometheans actually do a good amount of crush damage.
Yeah, they do.
Even the baby ones do. So, what you gonna do about it? With your one military pop?
The one thing here for Grass is he hasn't scouted it. He's got an oracle nice and close, but he hasn't got that line of sight on it just yet.
Ooh, Kimo's gonna be nervous about this. He's seen it now. He knows what's coming.
Yeah, he does. He hasn't. Olivia Clay is still yet to come in though as a 5th. Well, did Kimo might have picked off an oracle already somewhere, but nonetheless, surely you've got to get that alluvial clay in. Looks like Grass is just going mass Promethean first and foremost. You don't want to lose any of these though before that comes in because that's missing out on big amounts of value.
So guys, alluvial clay, in case you didn't know, it now gives an extra little guy. Not only buffing the stats of the unit, but they split into 3 parts instead of 2 parts. Very strong, those alluvial clay Prometheans.
And now Kimo's town center has been spotted by Grass as his Promethean wanders in there. And at this stage, I'm almost thinking that Grass can just go full send, but maybe he should pick up alluvial clay and then go for it. But it looks like he's going straight away here. These Prometheans, they do hit like a truck. A whole bunch of Terma behind you as well. Villager's going to be trying to repair this one up. Terma coming through. Shockwave gets dropped down here.
It doesn't matter though, there's so many other Terma that even though Kimo did get a pick off, he can't get more.
Nope, and he does pull off of the town center for the time being here. Still no upgrade for these Prometheans, but he does have a lot more of them than he otherwise would have. Charging into the main base here for the time being. There's a deconstruction onto a tower over there to open up this main base and start hitting the gold miners. Kimo does have gold mines on the left side. He's also got that sky passage you can throw down at some point to sneak something. So Thermal War starting to rage here into the main base.
Do you think Grass doesn't know about what the upgrade actually does? Because you don't
Yeah,
skip
it's over 8.
It's not just stats like in the old game.
I don't think so. I feel like he's seen. I feel like he knows.
Okay.
Maybe he's forgotten it. I don't know, but you know, this guy is currently playing for the 3rd, 4th place in a tournament. I feel like he's knows what's most, if not everything, does in this game.
I would hope so. Yeah, he must have forgotten to just get the tech itself, not just. Yeah, he's just probably not thinking about it right now. Anyway, Anvil of Hephaestus is right there, up for the pickings. I will see him steal it. Give it to me.
Yeah, I mean, he's made the effort to take the temple down, but Grass charging in onto the spot, going to yet again try and take out the town. So there's still 2 or 3 hero citizens here, so it's not an easy attack in the slightest. Grass managing to zone with those Terma fairly nicely, but the Terma micro of Kimo very good. Still losing a lot of units though. Meanwhile, Promethean still going after the town center on this position here, but it's looking like the town center is going to be able to survive quite a bit longer. A whole bunch of Terma heroes getting created on the back. But it's kind of looking like Kimo is able to hold here, just repairing up this town center, taking good trades with this Terma.
If he can keep this TC alive just a little bit longer, the Terma numbers have gotten to a point where, yes, Kimo is actually gonna win.
Yeah, and these hero Terma are just going to come through and clean everything up here.
Oh my god.
And all of a sudden, this population is not even... It's actually in favor of Kimo.
That's insane. He's got 68, 70 civilian poppers with 46. He's held. I think Kimo is winning this game, boyd. It's very hard to throw away this now.
Well, yeah, up 22 population, 24 population of civilian unit. The only thing that he doesn't have going for him is a front line for these Terma. And that's not a big deal when you're playing against a classical age Grass, or Kronos, I should say. Classical age Grass has got no real relevance here. But Hyperion is coming in, and that could be the assist that Grass needs to make the push through.
Sure, if he's going Contarius into the Terma, then the Terma are going to have a really bad time. It looks like Kimo wants to do something before that and maybe take an engagement, reducing this army to, well, pretty much nothing.
Yeah, if he can get in there and get the damage done now, it's going to be huge. Kimo's also snuck a gold mine at the top corner of the map there.
Great use of the sky passage. He can get another one connecting to his forward TC there if he wants to. He's currently denying gold mines to Grass himself, who is gonna expire. Maybe he can't make enough Contarius, but he has a big bank. It should be okay. Plus he can keep pumping the... Oh my god, that's a huge curse.
Chaos, he hits everything, but in hitting everything, no real damage is taken because it finishes so quick.
Yeah, the
way Chaos works
with the number of targets,
the way that,
inversely.
Exactly. And now all of a sudden, Kimo doesn't even matter. He can just continue to put pressure on. But we are seeing the Contarius coming in. A couple of Sates here come through to get some huge damage in. And we are now having to see some catapulties forced out for Kimo. Kimo might be stuck a little bit in this classical age.
Verily, but as soon as he doesn't have to make villagers anymore, which is very soon, by the way, everything goes into the bank, and
True.
a quick heroic is basically certain. Just needs to survive against these Guntarius, which is going to be difficult and annoying, but certainly not impossible. Wait, he just spent everything.
I just stay in the classical age. There's nothing here that, at the moment, Contarius, you got catapulties.
True.
Prometheans, not that big of a deal. Now,
I guess you get hero catapulties, they beat everything on the screen.
Exactly.
Fair enough. But can the TC survive? Or does it matter if it survives? Maybe not.
Doesn't. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I don't think he can take it anyways. Those catapulties now onto the Contarius. Grass, he's trying to push forward here. Those Terma are going to get that damage done as they shoot and scoot away back into the main base. Now it's just pure catapulties coming out of those counter barracks. So every single one of those Terma that gets taken out is just going to be a huge difficulty to push through, as well as we do see catapulties onto the back there to try and take out the Saids here. Couple villagers getting pulled in here to start shanking as well. And it's looking like, yet again, Kimo is holding.
Man. You know what Kimo lost? One villager. This is ridiculous. What a great hold that was.
I mean, he's such a master at playing this two-town center play and just holding everything, isn't he? Like, this is just what Kimo does, and it's his bread and butter.
It works. It's the craziest part, it works. Don't know if Alluvial Clave would have changed it, but it's certainly too late to find out.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
now got himself
really
the Satyrs, and he does have Gemini, so he does know that Gemini is a thing.
Yes. Did well with that. Kimo was like, I want more TCs.
Yeah.
Typical Kimo.
Yeah, why not? I mean, when you're ahead, get further ahead.
Yes.
That's the way forward.
More population, more everything. Let's go.
Scopus.
Gotta protect
Hyperion on the way. More Contarius coming through here. As the Terma swinging up to the top side. Man, the Satyrs, they are scary though at this point. That's 4 Satyrs.
Yeah, doing so much AoE damage. Plus a single target.
If you get that shot through, if you get the shot through, it's absolute carnage. Like if you get enough of them bunched up.
Yep. Started to boys in the back, it will go through everyone.
Tires come out to the top side, but they do get greeted by a whole bunch of catapulties there as Grass just kind of runs straight through them.
Ooh, that's -3 units, and there's more to greet. And he's got the chaos of his own! No way, man. Grass is gonna lose everything without killing anything.
Yeah, it's looking like Grass's population is dropping very, very quickly here as the catapult is coming over to finish off the rest of those Contarius there. And now all of a sudden, it's 1 town center Grass versus 3 town center Kimo. Both players in the heroic age, and Kimo's got 2k wood in the bank to spam Satyrs if he wants.
65 favor, he can do it all day. Look how much production he's adding. I know you're a big fan of people that do that. That is 8 extra
There's
barracks.
just no reason not to. Just get everything, and then whenever you lose units, you just rebuild them, and they're back in the fight.
Gotta pump the numbers up.
It's got 10 military barracks, 4 counter barracks. Grass has got 5. And
You know, as a
2
DM
counter
player myself, I'm not gonna complain about this.
Yeah, but you just put them there for the sake of it.
Nah, you need the production, man. You need the production. All that pop. Gotta fill it.
That's why they have a building stat, you know?
What's that?
True. That's why they have the building stat.
Yes. Oh, Popping the Vills right into the Cretaceous, but actually it was on purpose. They're stuck in here with them.
Yeah.
Call an ambulance, but not for me, says Kimo.
Shockwave as the army starting to engage on the front here. These are now going to be heavy Terma on the back, trying to help clean up all these units. The Satyrs trying to hold on this spot, but it's not going to be easy. Hecate now clicked up, and Grass wants no more of it as Kimo manages to take the series 3-1. He is your third place victor here, ladies and gentlemen. Nakamura, what a game here. What a hold. As Grass just, I don't know, did he just not know about alluvial clay?
Well, it's too late to find out, but once Grass rewatches this, he will be kicking himself. Either way, put a medal around this man Kimo's neck right now. A bronze one.
Yes.
He deserves it. He outgathered Grass by over 10,000 resources. Wow, that's definitely over 9,000 last time I checked. Very nicely done.
It's over 9,000! Well, yeah, Kimo 153 to 94. All the stats are pointing to Kimo, except for most deaths, of course.
Of course.
And in the end, that's the game. But that's not all the Age of Mythology we've got today. We've still got one more series to come, and it's the series you've all been waiting for. We're going to be moving very quickly along to the Mister versus Recon for the finals of Wrath of the Gods. Let's get it.
We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.